The ticking device on Dae-ho's dashboard wasn't a bomb, but a small, personalized GPS tracker. Yoan had anticipated his escape. Dae-ho knew then that the game wasn't just about revenge, it was about proving he was more than a disposable pawn. He ripped the tracker from his dash, throwing it into a sewer grate. Seek, waiting in the shadows of his repair shop, patched Dae-ho's wounds, his face grim. He's not just a psychopath, Dae-ho. He's a genius who built an empire on other people's frames. Dae-ho clenched his jaw. Then I'll burn his empire down, brick by bloody brick. Their first target was lawyer Kim, the man who had orchestrated the false evidence. Dae-ho, disguised as a utility worker, infiltrated Kim's high-rise office building. He found Kim shredding documents, eyes wide with panic. "Yoan knows I failed," Kim stammered. Dae-ho grabbed him by the collar, the raw rage barely contained. "Where's the evidence you used to frame me? Where's the real SEO paper?" Kim, desperate, pointed to a hidden compartment in his desk, but before Dae-ho could retrieve it, an alarm blared. Yoan had anticipated this too, triggering a remote lockdown. The office became a death trap. Dae-ho had minutes before armed guards stormed in. Kim, seeing his chance, lunged with a hidden letter opener. Dae-ho disarmed him with brutal efficiency, but the diversion cost him precious seconds. He found a USB drive in the compartment, a digital key. As the door began to buckle under the assault, Dae-ho realized the hidden truth. The real SEO paper wasn't a physical document. It was a digital ghost designed to be untraceable. He had to escape, but the only way out was a sheer drop from the 30th floor, straight into the bustling soul traffic below. Don't miss a single second of Dae-ho's fight for justice. Hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a like if you're ready for Yoan to pay. And tell us in the comments, what's the craziest escape you've ever seen in a K-drama? Dae-ho plunged through the plate glass window, a controlled fall using his tactical training to soften the impact on an awning below. He landed on a passing delivery truck, blending into the city's ceaseless rhythm. The USB drive was safe, but its contents were encrypted. He needed Seek's expertise. Back at the repair shop, Seek worked furiously, his fingers flying across the keyboard, a complex web of code appearing on the screen. "Yoan's system is a fortress," Seek muttered, "but he made one mistake. He gave you the key." The USB contained not just the encryption, but a hidden back door into Yoan's entire operation, his Skynet surveillance network. While Seek deciphered the code, Dae-ho began his hunt. He needed to find the remaining framed individuals, the pawns Yoan had used. His first lead was Miss So, a barber targeted because a murder weapon resembled her hairdressing scissors. Dae-ho set up covert surveillance around her shop, an intricate network of hidden cameras disguised as everyday street objects. He watched, alert as a predator, and soon spotted the same suspicious cars and men appearing at precise times, Yoan's watchers. He realized Yoan didn't just frame people, he meticulously designed their lives to fit the narrative of a crime. One afternoon, a rebellious young woman stormed into Seek's shop, demanding rent from Dae-ho. It was Seek's daughter, Yoon, a street-smart hacker who saw through Dae-ho's quiet demeanor. She found the hidden surveillance feeds on Seek's computer. "You're playing a dangerous game, old man, and you're going to get my dad killed." Dae-ho met her gaze, his voice calm. "Help us, Yoon, and we can stop him from ruining more lives." Yoon, intrigued by the challenge, agreed. Her hacking skills were exactly what they needed to counter Yoan's Skynet. Yoon discovered that Miss So was about to be lured into the exact lost phone trap that had ensnared Dae-ho. They raced to the meeting spot. Dae-ho, disguised as a street vendor, snatched the phone before Miss So could touch it. This unexpected move disrupted Yoan's plan. Furious, Yoan contacted Gu, a suspended police officer caught taking bribes, promising to clear his name and promote him if he tracked Dae-ho down. Gu visited Seek, pretending to be concerned about Dae-ho. Seek played along, but Yoon, hidden in the back, spotted a discreet earpiece in Gu's ear, linked directly to Yoan's surveillance. They had a mole. Using Gu as a double agent, Dae-ho fed Yoan false information, luring him into a trap. Meanwhile, Yoonbi traced the encrypted calls from Yoan's cleaners to a high-tech data center disguised as a luxury art gallery. This was Yoan's true lair, the heart of his empire. The sculptures he forced the rich to buy were actually encrypted hard drives holding all the evidence of his crimes. Dae-ho realized Yoan wasn't just a framer, he was an artist of deception, making the rich complicit in his twisted masterpieces. The showdown was set. Dae-ho, Seek, and Yoonbi infiltrated the gallery during a high society auction. Yoan, surrounded by his elite guards, revealed his final masterpiece, a live auction for the next scapegoat's life. He pointed to a video feed of a prominent judge about to be framed for a sex crime. Dae-ho confronted Yoan directly, a pistol hidden beneath his tailored suit. "This game ends now, Yoan." Yoan just smiled, pressing a button on his remote. The floor beneath Dae-ho began to open, dropping him into a hidden arena. Dae-ho found himself in a gladiatorial arena beneath the gallery, surrounded by Yoan's most brutal cleaners, ex-military operatives and assassins. Yoan's voice boomed over the loudspeakers. "This is where the real art happens, Dae-ho. Your death will be my final, greatest sculpture." Dae-ho, unarmed, used the arena's environment to his advantage, disappearing into the shadows. He moved like a phantom, disarming and neutralizing the cleaners one by one, using their own weapons against them. Back in the gallery, Yoonbi hacked into the auction's live feed, replacing the bidding prices with the real names of Yoan's wealthy clients. The auction hall erupted in panic as the elite saw their names and their crimes exposed. Yoan, enraged, abandoned the fight, ordering his remaining guards to protect the main server in his private office. Dae-ho pursued, a trail of unconscious bodies in his wake. He confronted Yoan in his opulent, high-tech office. Yoan wasn't a fighter, he was a manipulator. He activated a timed bomb, setting a 5-minute countdown to destroy all the evidence, including himself, in a final act of twisted artistry. "You can't win, Dae-ho," Yoan sneered. "I'll erase everything, including your revenge." Dae-ho didn't waste time fighting. He focused on the server. Yoonbi, through a frantic call, guided him, telling him which cables to cut, which firewalls to breach. As the timer ticked down to 30 seconds, Dae-ho felt the ghost of Rana in his mind urging him on. He uploaded the encrypted SEO paper, the final, irrefutable proof of Yoan's network, to a global anonymous server just as the bomb detonated. The force of the blast sent Dae-ho flying through the reinforced glass window, tumbling toward the street below. But Dae-ho didn't fall. He hung precariously, clinging to a twisted metal beam, his body bruised and battered. Below, the street was chaos: firefighters, police, and Yoan's remaining guards. Yoan was gone, his empire crumbled, but Dae-ho knew his fight wasn't truly over. He was a free man, but forever marked by the shadows. Seek and Yoonbi, waiting in a getaway van, saw him. Yoonbi smiled. "He did it, Dad. He really did it." Dae-ho looked back at the burning building, then at the sunrise breaking over Seoul, and knew his new purpose: to be a ghost who hunted the ghosts. The world had changed. Yoan's network was exposed, and the powerful figures who had framed Dae-ho were brought to justice. Rana, now free from the coercion of Yoan's network, found Dae-ho at the humble flower shop he had once dreamed of opening. She touched his scarred cheek. "You kept your promise, Dae-ho." But Dae-ho knew the shadows still lingered. He was no longer just a repairman or a prisoner or even an assassin. He was something new, something more. He was a protector, a silent guardian for those who couldn't fight back, ready to disappear into the night, waiting for the next injustice. The story of Dae-ho, the elite assassin, may have ended, but his legend has just begun. Thank you for watching K-Netflix. Subscribe now for more epic Korean action stories. Like this video if Dae-ho's revenge brought you justice, and tell us in the comments what other K-drama characters would you like to see Dae-ho team up with. Share this video with someone who needs a good revenge story.